Welcome children, welcome to Refresh Concepts with me Dinesh Modi. We proceed further with all important chapter trigonometry. Now children, this particular chapter is there in class 9th and class 10th. But as you study further, this particular chapter is going to be there with you. I can say the number of application what this particular chapter has, you have to learn this chapter lifelong. To initialize, let's start. What is trigonometry? Trigonometry meaning is science which deals with the measurements of triangles. Science which deals with measurements of triangles. What exactly they are trying to say? As the name suggests, trigonometry. Tri means three. Metry means measurements. Gono means sides. Means measurements of sides, I shall say sides and angles of triangle. Meaning, if I know the sides, I can find out the angle. And conversely, if I know the angle, I can find out the sides of a particular triangle. Children, in our class 9th and 10th, we restrict ourselves to right angle triangle only. In your further classes, you'll be studying something more about trigo, which we are not learning right now. What we are learning is only for right angle triangle, our trigo is all about. Right? Let's start. Now children, trigo is prima facie, has 6 main ratios. It comprises of 6 main ratios. According to me, there are only 2 main and the 4 are derivatives. That doesn't mean that I'm going to change the definition of trigo. I'm not here to say that trigo doesn't have 6 ratios. Trigo does have 6 ratios, but we'll see. Why am I saying that? According to me, there are only 2 main. The rest 4 are derivative. So what are the 6 ratios? Let's see. Sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. Now, what is the exact abbreviations of sine, cos, tan? It is sine, S-I-N-E. We write down it as S-I-N. It is not sin, mind you. It's sine. Cos, cosine, complement of sine. Sine, cos, cosine, complement of sine. Tangent, tangent of an angle, which we write down as tan. Secant of an angle, cosecant of an angle, complement of a secant. Cot, cotangent of an angle, complement of tangent. Sine, cos, that means sine of an angle, cosine, complement of sine. Tan, tangent of an angle, cotangent of an angle. Secant of an angle, cosecant of an angle. Right children? As I stated that we are going to focus with only right angle triangle. Children, this figure is the utmost important figure in your trigonometry. It's a very simple figure. You might say that, sir, what is there in this particular figure? Whereby which you want to say it's the utmost figure, important figure. Yes, children, via this figure only, we are going to learn the entire trigo. If we want to learn trigo and basics of trigo, this is it. So let's start. As I told earlier that this is what a right angle triangle is, and we are going to restrict our studies only for right angle triangle. So this is right angle triangle ABC. Now anywhere we need to initialize an angle. So I've just said theta. Angle theta. Theta is angle C. We have just given a name. You can give alpha, beta, gamma, theta, whatever you want. I've just given an angle theta to the angle C. Now if you are asking that, sir, can we name theta over here as A? Angle A can be termed as theta. Very well. Any one of the angle is what we are supposed to assume in order to understand the basic of trigonometry. So I've just assumed one of the angle, which is angle C, which we are calling it as theta. So what is the very first ratio? The very first ratio is sine. What is sine of an angle? What is the definition of sine of an angle, children? The definition of sine of an angle is nothing but opposite side upon hypotenuse. So now you people are very much aware that in the right angle triangle, side opposite to 90 degree is termed as hypotenuse, and these two are perpendicular sides. These two are perpendicular sides. What is sine theta definition? The definition is opposite side upon hypotenuse. So if this is my theta, what is the side opposite to this theta? Side opposite to this theta is AB. And what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is AC. So what if I apply sine of an angle over here in this right angle triangle? The answer works out to be opposite, which is AB, by hypotenuse, which is AC. So what is the definition of sine? The definition of sine is opposite side upon hypotenuse. You have to by heart this. All the definitions is what you are supposed to by heart, children. We have started off, the very first function is what we have studied, sine of an angle, opposite of upon hypotenuse. Over here, it is AB by AC. Next, cos. Cos is adjacent upon hypotenuse. Now adjacent to what? Adjacent to angle theta. Now we'll ask this particular theta, who is adjacent to you? So adjacent side is BC. Somebody might say, sir, even AC is adjacent side, right? But AC is already an hypotenuse, so it cannot act as an adjacent side. It is already an hypotenuse, so it cannot act as an adjacent side. So here cos theta is adjacent side. What is adjacent side? BC upon hypotenuse, which is AC. So what is the definition of sine? Sine is opposite upon hypotenuse. Cos is adjacent upon hypotenuse, right? Now comes tan, and now you can see there are different markers being used from my side. Couple of minutes back I said that for me trigo is comprised of two main ratios, and it is these two ratios, children. Now reason I shall tell you why. The reason is here. When I say tan theta, now how did I get tan of an angle? Now tan theta was got by, or rather we got tan theta as sine theta by cos theta. So tan theta is derivative of sine by cos. So when I divide sine by cos, what do I get is nothing but tan. So what is tan theta? Tan theta is sine theta by cos theta. So if I divide sine theta by cos theta over here, opposite upon hypotenuse, whole upon adjacent upon hypotenuse, don't you think so hypotenuse will get cancels off? So what is the definition? The definition is opposite upon adjacent. What is the definition? Opposite upon adjacent. So then what is this sine by cos? It's relation. What is it? It's relation. So let me say whatever I mark down in a rectangle form is definition. This is a definition. Even this is a definition. And the very first what you are getting in a circular pattern is relation. So what is sine? Opposite upon hypotenuse. Cos? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. Tan, if I want to know the definition, it is opposite upon adjacent. But if what is the relation? Relation is nothing but sine by cos. Right? Let's move on to the next three. Cosec. Now what is cosec? 1 upon sine. Inverse of sine will give you cosec. So I shall say, how did I obtain tan? Tan is nothing but sine by cos. Likewise, cosec is nothing but 1 by sine. So yes, there are many who must have gauged it. This is nothing but relation. Relation between whom? Cosec and sine. Cosec is 1 by sine, or you can say sine is 1 by cosec. Right? Now what is the definition? Now when I say it is 1 by sine, so 1 upon opposite upon hypotenuse. 1 upon opposite upon hypotenuse. Hypotenuse shall go up, and I'll have hypotenuse upon opposite. So again I'm asking over here, I'm so sorry I did not tell you for tan. Tan is opposite side upon adjacent side. So who is an opposite side? Opposite side is AB and adjacent side is BC. So here we got it as AB by BC. Here hypotenuse upon opposite. Hypotenuse is AC, opposite is AB. There are many who must have told me, sir, what you could have done is you could have just give a reciprocal to this. Why? Because sine is nothing but reciprocal of cosec, and cosec is nothing but reciprocal of sine. So here sine was AB by AC. Here we are going to get AC by AB. How we had cosec is nothing but 1 by sine. Likewise, sec is nothing but 1 by cos. The way in which we had cosec as 1 by sine, sec is nothing but 1 by cos. So again, this is my relation. And what is this? My definition. So what's definition when I say 1 by cos? 1 upon adjacent upon hypotenuse. Hypotenuse shall go up. I'll get answer as hypotenuse upon adjacent. So if I want, I can work down what is hypotenuse, what is adjacent, or simply from here, I shall say AC by BC. Right? Last is cot. Now, there are two relations is what you can see. Now, I have written cot as 1 by tan. Why? Because here, for sine and a cos, we are talking about inverse function. Cosec is 1 by sine, sec is 1 by cos. Likewise, if we talk in terms of inverse function or reciprocal function, cot is nothing but 1 by tan. So, first relation, cot is nothing but 1 by tan. But what is tan? Tan itself is sine by cos. So tan itself is sine by cos. So if I were to write down 1 upon sine by cos, cos shall go up, and I can write down cot as also cos by sine. I shall write down cot as also cos by sine. Are you getting me? So cot has two relation. Cot is 1 by 10 when you talk in terms of reciprocal or inverse, or if you talk in terms of cos and sine, then it is cos by sine. Now when we say it is 1 by 10, so what is definition of 10? Opposite upon adjacent. So when I say 1 upon opposite upon adjacent, adjacent shall go up, opposite comes down, answer will be adjacent upon opposite. That's the definition. If you want to write down the answer, here it is BC by AB. BC by AB. Now children, all these AB, BC, ACs of the world are not actually mandatory, or rather they are not that important. Why? Because if I change my triangle to PQR, PQR shall come. What is very much important for you to learn is the relation and mainly the definition. It's a relation and mainly the definition. Let's once again start off with all the 6. Sine theta is opposite upon hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent upon hypotenuse. Tan theta is nothing but sine theta by cos theta, which is opposite upon opposite upon adjacent. Cosec theta is 1 by sine, so hypotenuse upon opposite. Sec theta 1 by cos, hypotenuse upon adjacent. Cot theta 1 by tan, which is cos by sine, which is adjacent upon opposite. Alright children, now having learned this, as I stated, I would like to once again reiterate, my two main functions are sine and cos. Tan theta is a derivative of sine and cos. Cosec is 1 by sine, again a derivative or inverse. Sec is 1 by cos, inverse. Cot is again 1 by tan. So prima facie 2 main, but actually how many in number? 6 in number. Now having learned this, I have given you something over here, reciprocal relation. Right? So this is the way we should learn trigo, meaning what are the number of ratios, and the very first thing is reciprocal relation or inverse relation. There are 3 reciprocal relation or inverse relation over here. Sin theta into cosec theta is 1, cot into sec is 1, tan into cot is 1. Right? Sin theta into cosec theta is 1, cos theta into sec theta is 1, tan theta into cot theta is 1. I shall give you answer for the first one in detail. Now what is sin theta, children, over here? In this particular diagram, my sin theta is AB by AC. So let's take this particular diagram as a sum, AB by AC into cosec theta. What is cosec theta, children? AC by AB, AC by AB. Children, gets cancels off, AB gets cancels off. I'm so sorry, AB by AC over here, I'm sorry. AC gets cancels off, everything gets cancels off. What I get is nothing but 1. Sin theta AB by AC, cosec theta is AC by AB, everything gets cancels off, answer is 1. There are many who might have said, sir, you could have directly done sin theta, cosec theta is nothing but 1 by sin theta, as you only explained it right now. I could have cancelled that also and got it 1. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. On the same lines, children, I just want you people to work out whether this way also can I get cos into sec as 1, and even this way also cos into sec 1, tan into cot 1, tan into cot 1. So how many reciprocal relations? 3 reciprocal relation. Sin into cosec 1, sec into cos 1 or cos into sec 1, tan into cot 1. So what we have learned in this particular video? 6 basic definition and 3 reciprocal relation. Children, write this particular slide, this particular video and the video to come, which is complementary angles. These are the hardcore basics of trigo, and comes identities, mind you. So once you are thorough with the definition, the reciprocal relation, the complementary relation and the identities, you are master of trigo. Right? Here it is.